Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Cafe Enchante in Ignis's route, and we're actually gonna get to read for a full hour today, as opposed to the last part where we read like 10 minutes of the like hour-long part. Okay, it was more like 15, because like whatever, but like we really did not read a lot because we skipped a lot, but anyway, so here we go, off shopping, buying food to replace all the food that Ignis just devoured. Many thanks. Looks like you'll be set for a long time, eh, young lady? Oh, no. Well, it's more of a restock, actually. Replenish! Sounds like Ignis let his stomach run the show today, didn't he? Shut up, you bald geezer. I'm handing you my money, so keep the wisecracks to yourself. Hey, I ain't balding yet. The hairline is a little, faint? No, it's just thinning is all. Yeah, the word for that is balding. His eyes look gross. To an outsider, it might look as though Ignis is picking a fight with his humble shopkeeper, but apparently this was a normal exchange between Ignis and the owner. Lighthearted banter between friends. Bullying between friends. I mean, I handed the plastic bag filled with vegetables to Ignis. Wow. As the shopkeeper said, "Come again," I bowed to him and made our way to the next shop. We got all this stuff, and that was just the first stop. Maybe I did overeat a bit. You're right. We don't have to restock everything today. Just enough to get us through the day. After agreeing on our plan of action, we continued walking through the market. But judging by what the produce vendor said, this wasn't your first time eating so much in one sitting, huh? Yeah, that happened once or twice during your Gramps days, too. Now and then, hunger crosses my mind, but not often. But after a tough fight, my appetite's out of control. Maybe you're exerting yourself too much. Maybe. Food isn't really a thing out in Beastia, so it wasn't something I sought out. But eating at Enchante sure opened my eyes, and my stomach, too. Now I eat like normal. That's not the worst problem, is it? We continued our conversation as we made our rounds to the shops that were open. The time was nearing 10 o'clock. Hey, isn't that... Oh my god. Hey, bro! And Miss Owner? What a coincidence! Huh? Oh, Dromi? I couldn't hide my shock as I saw him jog over. Because... Hey, where the hell do you get off calling this a coincidence? Didn't you come through the Enchante portal? Yeah. If he arrived to the cafe and proceeded to follow us after we had left, then it wouldn't be much of a coincidence. See, you're shady! Stalker! He's at least a stalker, at any rate. Oh, well, when I last went to the cafe, I met this weird dude from the GPM. I think his name was Mikado? Now we're best buds, so he's letting me use the portal they have set up over there. That sounds shady as fuck. You're working with Mikado? Like, Mikado's crazy. Which means, lock me out all you want, bro. I can come to Enchante whenever my heart desires. Oh, Dromi. Dromi wore a triumphant smile as he struck a gallant pose. Oh, good god. That weirdo. Someone's got to straighten him up. Sounds like you've gotten comfortable here. You're even making some friends. The wrong kind of friends. If he says Venia and he are best buddies, then I know that something's up. I'm just saying, Mikado is not someone you should trust. He's great. I love him. He's amazing because he's fucking hilarious. Like, he is insane. And I love the crazy ones. Like, I don't want to date him. He looks 6. But, like, I'm just saying he's an amazing side character. I just love him for what they did. They're like, he looks like a child, and he's motherfucking insane, and he carries around and he's crazy. Like, he's so much fun to have around. But he's probably going to try to stab us, is all I'm saying. Sorry, Dromi. I hadn't wanted you to feel obligated to come shop with us. Yeah, it's alright. I was heading over to Enchante to see my bro. Dromi is a good person at heart. Are you sure? Although from time to time he had a delinquent streak in him, he offered to carry our groceries for us. So which store were you planning to hit next? Oh, one sec. I have a list somewhere. I pulled a shopping list out from my pocket, which I had scribbled hurriedly before we left the cafe. Let's see. We got the veggies. We have the fish, milk and eggs. Check. All of a sudden, Ignis peeked over my shoulder to take a look at the note.
And what about meat? I know I'm the one who ate it all, and that stuff's probably the heaviest.
I think there's a great butcher this way who sells the best cuts of meat. Plus, if we buy in bulk, they'll give us a discount. Their selection's wonderful.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, we should snag some ice cream for Il, too.
Right. In that case, we may as well grab some for everyone else also.
Yep. I doubt you'll have to do any work convincing them to eat it all.
Dromi, who was following close behind us, timidly interjected.
Excuse me? Can I ask you all something? I've been curious for some time now, but is the owner, like, your mate? What?
As soon as Dromi popped his question, Ignis dropped all of the grocery bags he was carrying, spilling our food onto the ground. Ah! The discounted eggs! As I cried out in worry, Ignis's cheeks began to blush. He started pressing on Dromi in typical fashion.
What, you, Dromi? Why can't you think before you speak in such a crowded place?
Also, your mate. Whoa! That's not what we call people here in the human world. Boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, partner, whatever. We don't say mate. That's a little weird.
I mean, technically, but like, it's still weird. You know what I mean? You guys are attached to the hip.
Well, not yet.
I've just never seen you act so friendly around a lady before. Stop fantasizing. She's not my mate. We're just, you know, how do you say, Look, she owns the cafe and I'm a customer. Nothing more, nothing less.
Uh-oh. These eggs are cracked. I lamented quietly to myself while continuing to listen to their conversation. Mate? Lady?
Okay, guess you're right. Can't blame you for asking. But I realize you'd never end up with someone weak, female human, even if the world ended. Oh, some weak female human. Whoa, 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 bitch. Even if the world ended, you're the strongest beast around, bro. Sure, but stop using that term. You're a beast among beasts. Bet it's hard to find someone worthy for you, bro. Oh, didn't you mention meeting some aggressive female you met the other day? What happened with her? You said she came on you pretty strong or something, right? Keep that loud mouth of yours shut immediately!
Keep that loud mouth of yours shut immediately. Shut that loud mouth of yours immediately. That would be better. Like,
I'm getting deja vu! Also, bro, it's not my mouth, that's my head!
Yeah, but your mouth is on your head, you jackass. Mate, choose a female! Oh. As I repeated the words to myself, watching Ignis's desperate reaction, it clicked. It became clear what Dromi meant. I mean, the second is she your mate, you should have been like, ding ding, what? It must be how they refer to a girlfriend in Bestia, right? Well, like animals, they just like me. They just like, you know, I mean, sweetie. Do we have to make you watch fucking the Discovery Channel? Pair in Bestia basically refers to husband and wife, or lovers. This is often used in the human world in the same way for animal mates as well. Yeah, animals. Even amongst beasts, there had to be women. I recall meeting one in Bestia before. I suppose it wouldn't be too surprising if Ignis had a romantic story or two. They don't have girlfriends, they just, like, fucking around.
Is she your mate? Like, whoa!
I mean, you know. Maybe they're a little bit better than just straight up animals, but still. Mate.
Whoa!
That just sounds... It just sounds so wrong. It occurred to me, perhaps, that it'd be awkward if the barista of his favorite cafe were to hear them. Hence his panicked, animated denial. Yep. At this point, I have to give Ignis some peace of mind. Hey, Ignis?
What do you want?
Ignis let go of Dromi's face and quickly spun around to face me. Then I made a deliberate decision. I responded to their lengthy debate with a wholesome smile. This mate thing you're talking about. When you get yourself a girlfriend, don't hesitate to bring her to Enchante, okay? I'll gladly welcome her.
What?
I don't think that made him feel better. Because I think he likes you. But he doesn't want to admit it. He can't admit it, right? Oh, great. Now I gotta read in Ignis' voice.
Ugh! I kicked the door open with a fur. echoing the shock ringing in my head.
Whoa, that scared me. Hey, no need to be so rough with the door. It's older than it looks. Did you get everything you needed? Maybe I should have joined you too.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, here you go. I aggressively handed the entire grocery haul to Canis as he approached. The muscle brain, while initially flustered, accepted the groceries out of reflex.
What happened to Spacey?
She'll be right here.
She'll be right in, or right here.
Canis, take the stuff to the kitchen. I'm heading up to my room to teach that stupid tiger a lesson.
Tiger?
After leaving the food with Canis, I grabbed Dromi by the scruff of his neck, holding him high up in the air.
If it isn't Dromi's, that's an awfully interesting way to travel, isn't it, Dromi's?
Oh, hi. You know, I already gave up fighting the name thing, but aren't angels supposed to be nice? I got an idea. Why don't you use some of that benevolence to save me? Please?
Oh, there's ice cream, Il. Make sure to get some before it melts. Forgive me, Dromies. There's ice cream waiting for me. I'll pray for your soul's safe passage.
It was like the biggest savage in this whole game. Every time. I don't think he means to be, but he just totally fucking is. Everything that happened, you're like, ill, wow, wow, buddy, wow. Oh my god.
I love him a little more each time. Like, he's, again, not my type, just looks-wise. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Miser appeals to me. That's my number one. But I have a very fond appreciation of just how savage Il is without even trying. Like, he just... Whatever, I'll just pray for his whole ice cream. Oh my god, burned, buddy.
You're choosing ice cream over me? Alright, move along, you stupid tiger. You and I are having a talk, man to man. Just like the good old days, eh? I took my sweet time heading upstairs, scaring him with slow, ominous steps. I'm good. A man-to-man talk with you usually involves some clenched fists and... Yeah!
Oh. I'd say poor Dromi, but no.
10 minutes later. So, why are you here, really? Did you come to piss me off? I'm sorry. Stupid tiger bowed his pummeled head, which had swelled from the beating as if it was stung by a horde of bees. But not even a beating could cheer me up. Because of him, Spacey's now aware of a lot of things she shouldn't have been. Well, it's not like this changes anything, since she knows and all, but what if things do change? It's like, I love her, goddammit, I don't want to tell her. Ah, damn it! This pisses me off! What's with her? She casually brushed off his comment about that other female, too. As if that's not bad enough, she told me to invite my maid over to the cafe with a smile.
See, because he's totally like, but I like you, and then you're telling me to bring me this... What?
Huh. Couldn't she, say something else? Well, I went on my irritated rant. The stupid tiger's face started to heal. Oh, I really thought I was a goner this time. The regularly scheduled ass whoopings I've been giving him since we were kids have toughened him up. So, bro, can I can tell you're still on edge, but mind if we talk for a sec? I received some peculiar information on the Minotaurs, so I came to tell you about them. Huh? Something happened to those cows. What do you mean did something happen? Bro, weren't you the one who sent me off to investigate them? Huh? Oh, yeah, guess I did. I completely forgot about them after the fiasco in Amasaki Island. So they on the move. Feels like kind of a waste of time on their end. Well, actually, quite the opposite. Huh? Dromi turns his head, reporting his findings in a contemplative tone. For some reason, we've noticed these guys decreasing in numbers in all other territories. It's not like they've been picking fights with other beast clans either. Any clue where they all went? This kind of bodes well for us, since it would mean they'd be out of our hair, but I have a bad feeling about this. Those bloodthirsty bulls just vanished? Doesn't make sense, plus... As much as I hate to admit it, this kid has a knack for making wild, cowardly hunches that are usually right. So if he's got a bad feeling about it, I hope nothing stupid happens.
Something stupid's gonna happen. Obviously. Come on. Oh. Are we having a fairy party? And that's what happened. I see. A day has passed since Ignis dragged Dromi by his neck and left me behind. I was attending a tea party at Medeo's, which was more of a girls' day. Titania nodded kindly as she picked at the tray of cookies I brought over. It sounds like love. A gossip of a romantic nature. I'm glad we get to be friends with her still. I never thought of myself as someone who would engage in such womanly discussions. I'm glad I get to do so now. I feel like Venny, instead of being like, would just be like, sigh. While Titania seemed to enjoy herself, Venia sat beside her, sighing in resignation. It's a girl's day, Venia! Don't be a bitch! I wonder if they're reluctant to let Titania overhear gossip of this nature. However, it seems her investment in our chat led them to refrain from interrupting. So, what does he make of all this? Well, if I recall, by the time I made it back to the cafe, I talked to Miser and the others about it. At that time, Rinda was already there. I see. Did that really happen? Yes, it's a little unusual, isn't it? I wasn't aware Ignis was a ladies' man. Oh, that face! Oh my god, Miser, that face. Oh, what's this? Were you talking about Ignis? Oh, not really, but I returned a bitter smile at Miser. It's just that it felt refreshing to discuss everyone's romantic lives. Ah, you're right, though. How haven't we talked about things like this until now? I cannot speak about demons, Miser, but for Il and I, angels and fairies alike have no need for romance. In contrast, perhaps Beastia society values love and relationships the way humans do. Nah, they're just mates. The GPM reported a similar observation. The people of Beastia partake in inhuman behaviors such as procreation. In inhuman behaviors? I mean, humans also procreate, Rindo. Are you okay? Inhuman behaviors such as... maybe they meant partake in human behaviors. Well, I mean, that's just normal behavior. It's not just human behavior. It's animal behavior. It's natural, right? Fairies have a weird nature, right? Like, okay, but angels probably too, maybe demons. But humans and animals and Beastia, little kind of, they're human and animal. So, okay. But it's just weird to call it inhuman. So humans don't procreate? Rindo! Alright, just moving on. Oh, interesting. Ignis is still young. I don't find it strange for him to have stories like that. If I recall, Beastia is a meritocracy, meaning that strength is an individual's biggest asset, regardless of gender. I think I know what you mean. Think of it as survival of the fittest. Beastia's central way of life. Their value of strength cannot be understated. In that case... Miser stirred the contents of his coffee mug with a dexterous hand, flashing an elegant but devilish smile. I mean, come on, his smile can't be anything but devilish, right? Because he's a demon, I'm just saying. Ignis is somewhat unique in this regard. Undoubtedly the strongest of his people, with a popular appeal to boot. So when he finds his so-called mate, and no doubt he may be one of the first regulars to find a lover, right? When such a time arises, I want nothing more than to see whom he deems worthy of his love. El responded with dreamy eyes, indulging himself with several bites of ice cream.
All of you! Enough of these wild fantasy scenarios behind my back!
Ignis came sprinting downstairs full speed, slamming his fists angrily onto the table. I just love the stomping down the stairs sound they made. You have been rather busy trotting up and down the stairs. Are you done talking to Dromi? I thought I heard a pathetic yelp earlier. Should I take that to mean it's over?
Don't change the subject! That stupid tiger is buried nose deep in a manga like nothing happened.
Ignis barked at everyone, eliciting laughter from the room. Then for some reason he turns to face me. I braced myself, meeting his sharp gaze, before he delivered a desperate plea.
Listen, Spacey, forget everything you heard today. I am not interested in dating. All I need here is these two fists. So, don't listen to that moron Dromi. Everyone got it?
Sure? Sure? If you say so, Ignis. Besides, prying into other people's relationships is a bit rude, right?
How are you so indifferent about everything?
Huh?
He's like, I'm not interested in dating, and she's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And he's like, what the fuck?
I'm not interested in dating, that's too bad, because I thought maybe we could date. That's exactly what I want. He just can't... You totally just see right through him, right? Oh my god. That's it. As I concluded my story, Titania paused momentarily before breaking into a chuckle. To be young. Such amusing reactions. I can hardly get enough. Considering his fiery temperament, that beast Ignis is not someone with whom I am normally acquainted, but... She nods once. I suppose it's good to keep an open mind. And the next time he visits this world, I'll be sure to interrogate the living... get to know him better. I love that. Interrogate the living shit out of him. I mean... She's so cute. I worry that provoking him will send the entire world of Medeo up in flames. Please do be careful, Your Highness. Aw, you would like that, though. I'm just saying. I could see him in my mind, clear as day, raging in his cloak of flames. Absolutely. A few days after the tea party, on a day I normally had off from work.
Like I said, you didn't have to tag along with me.
Yes, I did. If I had let you go off by yourself, you'd ditch your periodic checkup.
He's like, so?
I persuaded Karya to let me take him to his periodic checkup at the GPM. After answering a series of questions from Mikado, Karya passed his checkup. We conversed on a train ride back home. Thankfully, it seems as though no major issues were found in Karya's body. Tremendous news. Karya, what are your plans after this? Do you want to stop by Enchante for a bit?
Maybe. Didn't really have any plans. Oh, hey! It's Karya!
I feel like it's probably either random people or it's Dromi. Karya, immersed in thought, perked up as a boy similar in age to him ran over. Oh, it's just a random person. Okay. Karya, do you know him?
A classmate. Hey there! Whoa, Karya! Is this your older sister? She's not my sister. She just helps me out from time to time. Man, I'm jealous. She seems like a real sweetheart.
You just are talking about my looks, aren't you? But I am.
You have an older sister. My sister's kind of a bitch. Wow, dude, take a chill pill. You're freaking her out.
It's okay. I'm having fun here. In truth, I'd always wanted a sibling, but maybe it's not all fun and games.
Oh yeah, you free today, Karya? You should come over. I brought a new game. We should get a crew together to play. Oh, I can join? Duh, I'm inviting you right now.
Karya's eyes met mine as if he were asking for my permission. Go ahead. You're welcome at the cafe anytime. Just be mindful of your condition.
Sure. Thanks. I'm gonna split.
He thanked me, his cheeks rosy from blush, then followed after his classmate. Aw, he just wants to be a normal boy with friends, and he's a normal boy with friends and ice powers, but also normal boy with friends and ice powers. Ever since he started coming to Enchante, it seems like his condition has gotten stable and is getting easier to attend school. From the looks of things, it seemed he was beginning to get along with his classmates again. How touching. It was such a relief to see him improve, both physically and mentally. I like how they give you little bits with Karya and the things, but they're not the same, so it's not like we already read this, but I can't skip it. It's different, but a little more insight into him, you know? I took the path back to Enchante, humming a spontaneous melody to an original tune. It was the perfect day for a walk. I was never much of an athlete, but this weather incited an urge within me to move my body. As the thought crossed my mind, I heard a familiar, lively cheer towards a park I enjoyed passing through. I wonder what's going on. Normally, the park was serene, quiet, a place to collect one's thoughts. But these were upbeat, rousing voices. At least it didn't sound like trouble. Would it be worth checking out? Yeah, why not? I entered the park, walking in the direction of the cheery voices.
Ignis.
Is he skateboarding? Wow.
There!
I saw him soar through the air. Like, I'm a little scared of Ignis's pupils in the CG. Like, just a little. Like, I'm just a little scared of his pupils all the time. They're so tiny. Like, but like, and seriously, you can see his poor scars more too. With the skateboard under his feet, he sticks a perfect landing. Newly constructed walls, molded in the shape of waves, were placed around the park. There, Ignis zipped along the side of the ramp, using his momentum to speed up. Oh my god, that's so... Is that a car over there? Maybe there were bikes just in a row. I'm sorry, like, my blinds aren't closed and it's dark out, so like I can see every once in a while out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, what is happening? Because like if people are riding bikes or something on the path, like it's lit up, like you can see their lights. Or that could have been like the town, like sometimes has people out in carts or like whatever to maintain the path. So it could have been somebody doing that because it was like 3 lights, but it was moving so fast and steadily that it's like those people are just riding perfectly in tandem then. But anyway, it's just distracting me, sorry. Ignis zipped along the side of the ramp, using his momentum to speed up.
One more!
Whoa! He shifted his weight, lowering himself as he leapt higher, the board flipping below him. That was so cool! I couldn't help cheering like a child, okay. Applauding him alongside the other watchers. Then...
That voice!
I noticed Ignis stop riding, perhaps because he recognized my voice in the crowd, and exited the ramp. From there, he sauntered over toward me, holding his board with one hand. Grabs you and kisses you. What? That's not gonna happen. We did not technically ever get a kiss in Canis's route, but that's also because he doesn't have a head, so... Not. We got a kiss on the hand, sorta, but that's the best we were gonna do, isn't it? It's fitting for his character, but I'm just saying. We have something to look forward to, because we'll probably at least get a smoochy CG in this route, I would hope. Anyway.
So it was you. What are you doing here?
Just passing by. So, what kind of event is this? I posed my question, pointing at the towering wall, which I inferred was a skate park.
Oh, this? Apparently some skate brands hosting a competition to promote their new board. But it's only for a few days. They're breaking it all down soon.
Huh. I never knew courses like this were so easy to set up. So, Ignis, are you a skater?
Well, not really. Actually, this is my first time riding a skateboard. Borrowed it from some local punk. I sat and watched, and soon I learned all the tricks.
Seriously? This is your first time, and you're already this good. He's really good at movement, I'm assuming, and fighting, and I would, like, really good at, I guess, being like a body morph in a way. Like, okay, I saw you do, I can do it. I can mimic that. I was privy to how athletic he was, how easily every sport came to him, but even so, it was impressive, Ignis. I guess there's no sport you can't play.
True, but my first love will always be a good rumble. Spacey is full of weaklings. Since I'm able to get some exercise around here outside of fighting, this world ain't bad. I've done everything that my time and money will allow, you know?
Oh, you mean like... The right choice is ping pong. Which is why when she's like, oh, there's an event going on, I'm like, is it a ping pong event? Because the next choice is ping pong, so I'm just guessing. No. So this is funnier in this situation because it's like, oh, you've done everything like ping pong. And he's like, the fuck? Like, can you play ping pong too?
Ping pong? Well, I wouldn't call myself a pro. The old man took me once.
Oh, you played matches with Grandpa?
No, Canis was my opponent. It was a pretty good match. We jumped, slid, and rallied as hard as we could. It was a hell of a match.
I love that the old man took me. My grandpa? Canis. Huh, well, It would have been funnier if he said Rindo, because Rindo, and then you could see Rindo in the background in the bush. Oh, it hurts. Why are you making fun of my age? It's like a running gag at this point.
In the end, though, I returned to volley just as Candace was leaning on the table, which almost snapped it, so I won.
Seems like the match got out of hand, no? But judging from what I know about Grandpa's personality, he was no doubt cheering them on, holding a can of juice in one hand as he hooted and hollered in the crowd. Towards the end of Ignis's antidote, a new challenger zipped through the course, summoning a chorus of applause. Dromi. Since the competition was a limited event, I felt foolish to return to the cafe so soon. In fact... Hey, Ignis?
Sup?
Earlier, I noticed you skating in that corner over there. I was wondering if maybe you'd be willing to show me more tricks? After all, the only time I got to spend with him was when we were both at Enchante, or the occasional grocery trip. I seldom got to see him in his element. His tricks were amazing to behold, so I selfishly wanted to see him perform them. When I proposed that Ignis do so, however, I was met with a hearty laugh.
Yeah, sure. I was gonna skate around for a bit anyway. I'll land an even gnarlier trick this time. Better not let me out of your sight, Spacey.
Okay. For the rest of the day, I indulged in watching Ignis skate. He performed his original tricks, one after the next, leaving the spectators in awe until the competition concluded. Because of how focused I was on him, just as he asked, I nearly missed the sunset. That was fun! Watching people skate up close is exhilarating! On the walk back to Enchante, with Ignis as my escort, my adrenaline peaked.
Speaking for myself, I found your excitement more impressive than my skating. I saw you hop up and down every time I landed a trick. It almost got a laugh out of me.
I think I was taken by the spectacle of it all. At one point, you landed a string of tricks without breaking a sweat.
Well, I guess I can relate. I get pretty pumped when I watch martial arts and stuff, too.
Ignis outstretched his arms like a hawk, full of confidence after a successful ride.
Thanks to all that exercise I got, my mind's refreshed, too. Now I don't have to worry about useless junk no more.
Useless junk? Did something happen?
Huh? Don't worry about it. It's not something to get worked up about. But I guess there's no point hiding it, so we'll fill you in.
Tell us about the Minotaurs. As the two of us made our way back, Ignis recounted a story about the Minotaurs that he received from Dromi. Wait, so the Minotaurs are gone? From what little I've seen of them, they came off rather aggressive. But how could such a fearsome clan vanish without a trace? The secret shadow is killing them all. Or they're hiding somewhere and they're gonna gang up on Ignis to kill him. And it's all part of Dromi's evil plan to be the ruler of Bestia. Look, I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. It does seem a bit unsettling, doesn't it?
Sure does. But they've been getting cocky. They're starting to pick fights with the other beasts, too. Maybe they screwed up. Someone wiped them out.
I mean, that's a possibility. Or, again, someone is using them. Like, maybe Dromi's actually out there killing them for sport. To get, stronger to fight Ignis. And, Ignis thinks Dromi's weak, but Dromi's not weak. Dromi's not fucking weak, man! I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm throwing things out there. One of the 700 ideas I come up with might be close to right. Anyway. Ignis's expression immediately dropped.
Sorry.
Wasn't trying to worry you with this stuff. If I were to guess, that's how he would have finished his thought. No, don't worry. It's natural to be concerned about the welfare of your home. But still, a hint of regret lingered behind Ignis's crestfallen eyes. He attempted to play it off, hastily changing the subject.
Oh, well, I got you here. What's on the menu for dinner?
You're already thinking about food? Isn't it a little early? It's never too early to think about dinner.
Well, sure, but I mean, my hunger has been growing and growing all day. Every time I head back to Beastie, I get jumped by all sorts of crazy beasts over there.
Again, that sounds like they're trying to take you out. And not just I go back over there, they're waiting for you. It's like a plot. What? You mentioned that pretty casually. Are you okay?
A bunch of pipsqueaks are gonna break me. I can knock them out in 2 seconds.
They're trying to weaken you, though.
Thing is, all their attacks seem, I don't know, coordinated or something? Like the timing's too convenient.
Exactly. Dromi knows when you're here and when you're coming back. I'm just saying, I don't trust him.
Look.
We learned from Venia that side characters are sus, okay? So I'm just saying.
Maybe they got spies watching me when I come through the portal.
Ignis perked his nose upwards. He came to an abrupt halt, twitching as he sniffed the air. What's wrong?
That smell. Spacey, stay put for a sec. No, scratch that. Come with me. This way.
Huh? What? I darted after Ignis, who veered off course in quick fashion without saying a word. Ignis spotted an alley that was tucked away from the main street, and I followed close behind. I tilted my head slightly, observing him as he tracked down the scent. Whoa, what the hell? Then, a large shadow began to loom over me. Huh? Oh! The mad Minotaur. What? What? Why was there a Beastian Minotaur here? I yelped, terrified by the beast. The shadow, a bipedal Minotaur, revealed its massive claws as it prepared to strike. Before I had a chance to react...
Knew it!
And they're the same person, like, look at that, look at his fists of fire. He has fire fists! But like, someone's letting them through. You know what I'm saying? That's sus. But then, do you think they're getting through the portal in the GPM, but how? Like, is Dromi sneaking them through? Like... Because, like, remember the one, the beast came from Beastia, like, in the middle of town, right? And, like, we never really wrapped that up. But again, okay, we won't really know because we gotta go. It's probably pertinent to Ignis's route. Okay, so fine. It was like, huh, that was weird, but we'll find out later. But something's letting them through. But, like, if Dromi's getting through the portal, or Dromi has another way in, he's just lying about the GPM portal. But that would be easily checked because we'd be hanging out with Mikado and be like, oh, hey, heard you're friends with Dromi. And he'd be like, huh? So he's either lying about the portal or he's somehow sneaking them through? Because, like, or he's found another way. Like, I don't know. Ignis, light on his feet, circles the beast swiftly, then smashes its claws with a fist. But the Minotaur was unfazed. The beast raised its hulking arms, roaring as it broke into a menacing stride. But...
Shut up!
Ignis yet again managed to parry the incoming attack with ease. He countered with a strike to the Minotaur's gut, knocking the wind out of the beast. The immense impact caused the Minotaur to collapse in place before letting out a shrill cry. Thankfully, Ignis had the wherewithal to use only a portion of strength, keeping the nearby buildings from collapsing as well. One-hit KO! Ignis's efficient display of combat prowess saved us, giving me no time to panic. I half expected Ignis to crack a smile shortly after, but... Huh? I heard a resounding crunch. Ignis stomped on the unconscious Minotaur as if to add insult to injury, or perhaps the other way around. He delivered the finishing blow with a bellicose smile, reminding me of his killer instinct, but he's never killed anything before. Wait a minute, Ignis! Don't you think that's a bit extreme? I couldn't recall him being as ruthless the last time he encountered a Minotaur. Plus, he's never killed, remember? He beats them the fuck up, but he's never killed them, he said. When I grabbed the hem of his sleeve... What sleeve, sweetie? He's sleeveless. He stopped in his tracks.
Oh, sorry. Nothing more than a brute Minotaur, so I got carried away.
Ignis lifted his foot off the Minotaur's torso, taking a peek at its unconscious face. I followed suit. My curiosity got the better of me. You beat it fairly easily. What's a beast doing here, though?
Wait a sec. This sort of thing happened in front of the aquarium, too. Did he fall into a wormhole again? Even so, why another Minotaur?
Hey, Ignis?
Huh? What's up? Can't you see I'm in the middle of...
I remember Minotaurs and other bipedal species are conscious to a certain extent. They're sentient, aren't they? Or Mikado and Dromi are working together, kidnapping the Minotaur so they can test on them, and then they keep getting away, and maybe Mikado's purposely letting them out to see what would happen. I mean, he's crazy. I wouldn't be surprised. As I recall, the Minotaur who took Kororo hostage in Beastia was different from the other one we saw today. Compared to that Minotaur... Considering that, didn't this one seem cruder? Almost primitive?
Now that you mention it, all it did was grunt from when it showed until we kicked its ass. It acted like some kind of inferior species. Maybe it's just slow or something.
Still, because it was splayed out on the ground, knocked unconscious thanks to Ignis, we couldn't check for ourselves. For now, we should speak with Rindo and return this one to Beastia.
Sure, we got a husky boy here, so tell him to bring the truck.
Roger that. After sending a message to Rindo, he quickly replied that he was on his way. It must have worried him just as much. Then... The Minotaur's spasms took me by surprise. I let out a scream as I leapt backwards. Ouch! My back and arms slammed against the wall behind me, which was closer than I thought.
What are you doing?
Sorry, I thought it moved, so I jumped. Ow.
Huh? Sup?
My hand kinda hurts. I glanced down at my hand to inspect why it was throbbing so badly. There was a scrape, tiny as it was, on the back of my palm, plus tiny droplets of blood began to seep out. Uh-oh, looks like I banged my hand against the wall. The wall had some blemishes, which explains how I cut my hand. Fuck it on a goddamn... Ah, my god, I have tetanus! It's a rusty nail. But the wound was nothing. As long as I give it proper treatment, the cut should clot in no time. But I noticed something. Ignis? Ignis was staring intently at the scrape on my hand. Before I could ask him what was the matter... Oh god. He grabbed hold of my hand. I was just really wondering that too. He's staring intently. I'm like, oh god, is he going to go into like crazy beast mode because blood and like... Yeah, okay, no, he's licking our hand. Alright, that's a little... Sure, kinky, I guess. Something hot made contact with the cut. He's like, I got healing properties in my tongue. Weird. What? I mean... Interesting. Awkward. Interesting. How many seconds had it taken for me to realize that it was Ignis's tongue? I don't know, but like... For a while, I was stunned, trying to understand what was going on as it was happening. Hey! Ignis grazed my cut with his tongue, punctuated his licks with sharp breaths. I felt his soft lips make gentle contact against my skin. See, there's our kissy, CG. He's just Frenching her hand. Sorry. I did not see that one coming. It tickled and stung in equal measure. But above all else, it's awkward. It was impossible to ignore the intense embarrassment burning inside of me. Ignis! Or maybe she was stuttering Ignis. I shouted so loudly that my voice cracked, which finally seemed to stop him.
Oh. Spacey? What's with a face?
Initially, Ignis stood there with a blank look on his face. Did you not realize? Maybe it's like he went in literally beast mode, you know? Didn't know what he did? I felt the heat rise in my cheeks. I pressed the back of my hand on his chest. I saw the realization dawn on him, starting in his eyes before it sank downward, gripping his stomach as it pulled him back to earth. Yeah, okay, he didn't know he was doing it. It wasn't long before the red in his cheeks rivaled the red flames engulfing his body. Panic began to set in, and out came a flurry of excuses before I posed a single question.
It's not what you think! That was just, sanitary precaution. That's how everybody treats wounds in Beastia. There's nothing more to it, you hear me? I'm serious.
Oh, he did it because he loves us and he was trying to protect us. It's an affectionate way. Because that's... I mean, even if you just... It's a sanitary thing and it's awkward, but it doesn't mean anything else. It absolutely means something else. Okay? I understand. What was this? This overwhelming awkwardness. Aside from the oddly romantic thing that he just did, which he's pretending wasn't supposed to be, like, oddly romantic, the awkwardness is probably the fact that he just licked your wound, which is, you know, awkward. Most people don't do that. I mean, I get it, he's not a people. I mean, he's not a human being from Earth, but still a little awkward as a human being that you were like, okay, that may be okay in your culture, but it's a little weird in mine, as I'm just saying. I could still see heat rising from my hand. Every time I glanced downward at it, Ignis shifted his gaze elsewhere. Someone, please save us from this punishing silence. I muttered the invocation to myself silently. Perfect timing. Oh, thank God, Rindo. It would have been funnier if we stood there staring at each other awkwardly for 5 more minutes. God damn it, Rindo, could your timing have been worse? Then we heard a pair of brakes screech from the direction of the street, followed by a gaggle of footsteps rushing toward us. The footsteps belonged to none other than Rindo, whom I had contacted earlier. Oh, thanks for the call. Where's the beast? Whoa, he's bigger than I expected. Rindo eyed the unconscious Minotaur, inspecting every inch of its enormous body carefully. Phew, thank goodness you subdued the monstrosity before it escaped into the wild. And not that there would be any reason to worry when you've got Ignis with you. Are you hurt? He's like, are you... Did I? What happened here? His voice trailed off as though he picked up on the subtle, awkward tension lingering in the air. Subtle. No, it's not subtle at all. Did I miss something? Don't worry about it! Nobody... Oh. Suspicious shadow. Well, okay, that might... But, you know, there was a suspicious shadow watching someone. But it's not the same one, I'm guessing. The GPM agents gathered at the scene where we encountered the beast, covering it with a sheet before loading it in and driving off. Rindo saw them off with a wave, waiting until the truck was a bit further away before letting out a heavy sigh. Wow. By that time, both Ignis and I had somewhat recovered from our interaction. Man, oh man, another beast from Beastia. I know they got a ton of wormholes, but sheesh. Rindo stretched his neck as he contemplated what it could mean, while the truck carrying the Minotaur vanished. What puzzles me is why I would travel to this particular town again. Wormholes, unless specifically designated, can't be used to connect any 2 random locations in the universe, but... It's gotta be a coincidence, right? Well, it might be too soon for us to call. For now, leave the case to us. It'll be evening any minute now. Why don't you 2 head back to Enchante? Like, just the 2 of us? I have to say it as awkwardly as possible. Huh? Well, obviously. You're not joining us, Rindo? He's right! Come have a cup of coffee! In fact, let's make it a dinner! The intense embarrassment from earlier found its second wind, an encore of shame, scored by the mere idea of us being alone. I hoped for nothing more than for Rindo to accompany us and diffuse the tension which refused to leave us. I still have some cleanup to do here. My wish was quickly dismissed, albeit with a reasonable excuse. You know, Ignis, you're usually the first to give me lip. Why are you so friendly all of a... Shut up! I got my reasons, alright? Rindo seemed taken aback by his attitude. He's like, what did you 2 do? Rindo's like, did you kiss her? Any subsequent attempts to cover the truth, it seemed, only served to worsen things. He's like, no, I just licked her wound! Gross. Shall we go, Ignis? Let's not take up any more of Rindo's time while he works. Sure. Awkward strolling back. We wasted no time departing from the alley. Ignis and I walked on the path of the lively main street, doing so together in silence, all while maintaining a healthy distance 6 feet apart. He's totally on the other side of the road. You're like, you could at least walk on the same side of the street!
Hey, Spacey,
Yes? May I help you?
why are you being so polite? And why are you freaking out so hard?
Oh, sorry. You scared me. Also, not every day someone licks your hand. There were other reasons, of course. But I trusted Ignis was aware enough of what I was thinking, which I kept quiet. It seemed this was a sufficient hint, and he paused his initial line of questioning. Then he spoke again.
How's your hand?
Huh?
You know, your hand, the scratch from earlier?
He struggled to look at my hand without blushing intensely as he pointed his trembly finger to the cut.
I mean, that's hardly what I call a flesh wound, but I doubt that's the case for you since you're human and all. Must hurt. So, you might want to put stuff on it when you make it back to Enchante. Promise me you won't skimp on it.
As he concluded his mumbled but well-intentioned suggestion.
Whoa!
I closed the awkward space between us.
What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Just a second ago you practically couldn't stand anywhere near me.
I could say the same thing about you, Ignis. But a truer, warmer feeling began to emerge through the haze of embarrassment. Oh my god, these two fucking nerds. I kind of love it. Thank you for your concern. There was something charming about the way he delivered his shy, but kind gestures.
It's not like I was worried or anything. If something were to happen to you and I could no longer eat all that good food, then I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say? Don't roll your eyes at me!
I can't believe how weird you're being.
What the?
Before I knew it, I broke out into a smile, which seemed to dissipate any remnant of shame. I made my way back to Enchante, while Ignis howled at the moon beside me. I love how she handles him. Nut. The thing concerning Ignis and Rindo was, what, nut? Why are Minotaurs appearing in our world? What drew them to this particular town? Why is that one line just nut? Nut. Nut. I don't know. Should that have been nut? I think it's supposed to be butt. I'm assuming butt. The thing could turn, it's gotta be butt and not nut, but I just... That might be my favorite type of nut. Not sure why it's there. It just is. Anyway, what drew them to this particular town? Okay. Something that seemed to be little more than coincidence would soon become a source of torment for Ignis and myself. Yeah, nut. Not nuts, plural. Just one big nut. Ooh, chapter 2 already. A few days later, although the Minotaur's sudden arrival took me by complete surprise, thanks to Ignis's quick reaction, it was handily incapacitated in no time, which saved us a lot of trouble. We managed to catch everyone up to speed on what happened, but... Nut. It was just a mere coincidence, after all. Therefore, no one made anything of it. At Enchante, it was business as usual, a vibrant but peaceful day. One day, as I was preparing a batch of drip coffee grounds based on a rare type of Hawaiian Kona beans, Hawaii Kona, a variety of coffee beans cultivated in the Kona district on the island of Hawaii. Among coffee connoisseurs, it's known as being scarce and high in quality. I stood while listening to some of the bright chatter occurring throughout the cafe. Some of the guests occupying the cafe at this time were the Demon King, the Beast, and... Karya and Kororo observed as the other two played a heated game of poker. A full house. How about you, Ignis? One pair, is it? Guess that means I win again. And that means the next round of coffee's on you, Ignis. Pew!
Ah! Damn it! Again? How do you keep winning?
Because he's just talented. He cheats. He probably fucking cheats. He does say he cheats a lot, right? He does things that he cheats at things. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Miser, you You better not be using your stupid powers to peek at my hand.
As if I'd ever need to. As if I'd even need to. I can see what kind of hand you've got by looking at your face.
Ugh.
That makes 8 straight losses for Ignis. Maybe you should consider raising the white flag. I place a pot of freshly brewed coffee in front of Miser. It was hard not to burst into laughter at their witty exchange. Judging by how things were panning out, it seemed as though Ignis would be the one to foot the bill for the coffee. Well, I'm pretty sure Miser has an unfair advantage here. True! Considering my position, psychological warfare is almost second nature to me. Miser put his lips to the mug, taking a moment to partake in a victorious smile before claiming his hot, caffeinated prize. Ignis, on the other hand, stewed in his resentment, staring angrily back at Miser before asking me a question.
Say, by the way, Spacey, when was the last time you played any poker?
Pew! I couldn't help from tensing up at the mention of Ignis's inquiry and Kororo's affirmative cry. Me?
Come to think of it, you're right. I think I've only ever seen her spectate.
Why don't you try playing a game with Ignis? It may turn out to be an even match.
Yep, I don't mind. Don't expect me to go easy on you, though.
I searched for an appropriate response. No? I wouldn't mind playing, but, just don't be too disappointed, okay? We kick his ass. Watch, we kick his fucking ass. We're like, really, guys? I don't know. We're a fucking card shark. That would be amazing. I want it to be the case. Yeah, I'm not used to playing because I'm a card shark, bitch! Let's say we raise the stakes. What? No, Ignis, I don't think we should. Kick his ass.
3 of a kind.
I got nothing.
Two pair.
No pair.
6 aces! There's like, there's not that many in the deck. Shut up! Got a pair.
No pair. Again. Miser looks so fucking disappointed. I'm sorry. Like, Ignis is like, really? You suck at this. Like, I feel bad for you. It's like the awkward pity face, but like Miser is like, God, just, ugh, what? Like, I just love his face. Oh my god. Both Miser and Ignis gazed at me sympathetically, quietly collecting the scattered cards without a word. I don't think sympathetic was really what it was, but okay. How do I put this? Live strong. Pew! Karya tapped me lightly on the shoulder. I could have imagined it, but it seemed like even Kororo pitied me for my defeat, despite knowing nothing at all about poker. In your case, it seems like you need more than just good fortune, eh? You do know how to shuffle a deck of cards, but sadly luck wasn't on your side.
Honestly, I'm more impressed than anything. Never met anyone before who couldn't form a single hand.
I told you not to be disappointed! Right. I've never been one to opt for games that involve chance. I can play things like board games, but... I can't say I'm surprised you're the unlucky type. You have that air about you.
But who would have guessed she's this bad? You put the miss in misfortune.
Oh my god, I feel extremely called out, because that's typically me. Thanks a lot!
Are you... okay? Like, are you constantly at risk of dying as soon as you step outside, or has anyone ever called you gullible?
It's not that bad! Just as I was about to challenge his silly notions, the clock rang, signaling evening. On this day, every week, I close up early in order to restock ingredients. Or just cuz. However, the lives who lived in the cafe, along with anyone involved in running it, were largely unaffected. My only real duty was to put away the sign and tidy up the cafe. After those tasks, I had all the free time I wanted until it was time to prepare dinner. What should I do after this? Maybe I'll take a walk to the market for groceries. As I stood there contemplating... Kororo? Although it was unclear to what exactly Kororo was reacting, He started flapping flippers and tail atop the table. I fucking want a Uniseal now. I just want a little stuffed Kororo. Can we he's too cute.
Yeah, the little guy wants to go with you.
Huh? But he usually naps or hangs out with Karya. Is something the matter?
Maybe he's in need of a change of pace today, huh? Let him tag along. I suggest treating him like a stuffed doll. That'll ensure no one unwanted attention.
Okay. If I had to guess, maybe Kororo wanted to explore places other than Beastia for once. Do you promise to be a good boy, Kororo?
Cute! Oh my god, he blushes! So cute!
Can hold it!
My question was met with energetic glee, but it was impossible to tell whether or not he really understood me.
That settles it. We'll hold down the fort. Have fun, you two. Huh?
You two? Out of reflex, I made eye contact with Ignis, at whom Miser appeared to give a knowing smile.
Because Miser's like, you're in love with each other, it's cute. Yo, what makes you think I'm gonna tag along with her?
Oh, because we need your keen tracking skills just in case Kororo gets separated from you. Got it? You're the one who adopted Kororo. Take responsibility as its chaperone.
Who you calling a chaperone?
Luckily for Kororo, he was in the perfect position for a display of affection. In his particular case, a headbutt. He gently struck Ignis's elbow, which was resting on the corner of the table.
What? Urgh! Oh, that must have hurt. Laid at the horn right on the funny bone, didn't he?
Contrary to Ignis, who clutched his elbow in agony, Kororo glanced at Ignis, his eyes sparkling with trust and admiration for Ignis. The expression in the eyes of the freaking Uniseal is ridiculous. They're like such simple little orbs, but you just feel this intense emotion.
Well, you pack a mean punch for such a little dude, don't you?
That's how Kororo expresses affection. You couldn't stay mad at him even if you wanted to. They've literally 2 parts we've played this, and, well, not counting the skipping, but just that they have said Kororo correctly all the time. I'm surprised. I'm just shocked is all. By the looks of things, it seemed like Kororo wants you to tag along with us. What do you say?
Fine. Message received. Just don't hit me again.
If Kororo were human, one might have thought he was locked in a crouching start. Locked in a crouching start? After spending the last minute or so rubbing the small, fuzzy creature's head, Ignis stood from his seat. Perfect timing. All right. Cool. So we're going to stop here, and then we'll go hanging out with our boyfriend and our Uniseal. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.